Earth did not make gold, heaven did. And silver is literally not of this world. Why is that? Because it was not formed in the earth when Yahweh created the earth. He did not create the earth with gold in the earth. He created the crust of the earth with things like granite and coal and steel is in the crust of our planet, but not gold, not silver. They come from a far more heavenly and glorious origin. Gold is born when two stars, heavenly bodies, collide. When two stars slam into each other way out in outer space, there is a massive, fiery, celestial explosion called a neutron star merger. When these heavenly giants smash together, they produce an immense heat that melts the star itself. The pressure from that heat creates gold. And then what does it do with that gold? It hurls it all over the universe. Literally, floating gold comes from these explosions in the heavenlies. Now, over eons of time, some of that gold comes by planet Earth. Those cosmic explosions go through our atmosphere and burn up. That gold melts into liquid golden rain. And over the centuries, it falls in a pocket on our planet, and then layers of dirt covers it up over the ages. Gold did not come from earth, it came to earth from heaven. And because gold cannot be destroyed, it can't be destroyed by fire. There's nothing that can destroy that little piece of heaven in my hand. Nothing. Not fire, not water, time. It never, it survives the journey, pierces the atmosphere, melts into the earth's surface. That's why gold is never evenly found across our planet. You never find just an even spreading of gold. You only find random pockets because they're literally hidden treasures from heaven. Let that sink in tonight. Gold is stardust. Gold is heavenly fingerprints. Gold is God's signature etched in planet Earth. Now, you might know why God wanted all the Ark of the Covenant and all the furniture of the tabernacle covered with gold, because that would connect the earthly with the heavenly. The reason he wanted the sockets to be made out of silver, because they are also from the heavens. Are you ready for a mind-blowing fact? All right, let me do that. If you could collect every ounce of gold right here, it would barely fill up 3 swimming pools. The reason gold is so valuable, it is heavenly, and nobody is making any of it, and no one knows how. Yahweh created God's money in the heavens. If you don't have God's money, you don't have money. No government can create gold. No lab can synthesize it. No machine can replicate it. Only heaven can produce gold. So the next time you hold a piece of gold in your hand, go ahead and touch it, because you're touching heaven. Now, Let's talk about silver. Let's move on to silver. I have boxes and boxes and boxes of silver. Most people know that gold comes from a collision of stars, but most people don't know that silver is created when a star dies. When a star runs out of fuel, that's called a supernova. When that star exhausts its fuel and collapses, it triggers a supernova, an explosion so powerful that it momentarily the entire galaxy. And in that blinding blast of light and matter, silver is born. So, like gold, silver is not of this earth. It is the product of a dying star, scattering elements all over the universe until they find their way to earth as gifts from heaven. The difference in gold and silver is this: gold is rare, untouchable, because very seldom do two stars collide, making it rare. But stars are always dying, making silver much more readily available. So the difference in gold is the fact that it is so rare, and it symbolizes the divine glory of God. That's why kings wear crowns made out of gold. Silver is much more common. It can be circulated as currency. Gold is the crown, but silver, just like gold, never dies, it never rots, it never rusts. Now, there is not a lot of investable silver on the earth today. As a matter of fact, that's why silver's fixing to rise. There is a lot less investable silver than gold today. Now, we have a lot of silver, but not investable, because we use silver in our industry, such as solar panels, electronics, medicines. That's why Donald Trump is making deals for certain minerals from the earth. Silver is very accessible, but we use it, and there's very little of it for finances. Gold is stored, silver is the working metal of creation.